a wonderful card, and this is one of my most favorite cards actually. This is the card of the Sun. My name is Yulia. I've been in tarot world for more than 10 plus years, and today I am here to actually spread that love, positivity, and abundance flow to absolutely everyone who comes into my space. So let's get started. There is a big paradigm shift how you can start reading tarot intuitively. You do not need really to memorize all the keywords of each and every card. You can just start looking into the symbolism of the card and really start planting the seeds of what inside your soul, in living in your soul through those symbols and understanding those keywords naturally. They start kind of like planting in your mind naturally, and that's how I walk you through today through this whole process, and it will show you 5 surprising ways how the Sun card can truly improve your life. So are you excited? Let's get started. By the way, if you love my channel, subscribe to it. I go live literally every day here. I'm here for you. Ask me questions. In the end of these, I can even propose you a free reading. Whatever you would want today, I am here for you. Let's get started. So let's have a look at this card together, and I want you just to sense this card, to see what is the first symbol which you pay attention to. Okay, so just register that first symbol, and also register the feeling in your journal. You can register it into your tarot journal or into your regular journal, whatever. You can just write down what is that sensation which you experience when you look at this card. Okay, so when I look at this card, I immediately see that sense of joy, right? We see that child. Let me just walk you through it. We see this child, and this child, you see, he's so joyful. He is so free. He's jumping here on this horse, right? Completely carefree, not caring about anything. Do you remember us like children? We were just like free spirits. And that's exactly what this card is showing to us, that free childlike spirit, right? We see also lots of these yellow color of joy, and there is that warmth, that inner warmth in her, right? So there is that kind of like vitality which is spread everywhere through each and every ray of the sun, and that's what we observe here. Everything is flourishing under the sun, right? So it's kind of like it is bringing that sense of joy and success to absolutely everyone around. Does not matter who you are, the sun is shining steadily for everyone. That's how beautiful this energy is. It is stable, it is steady, right? It is just like for everyone. It's literally having that gorgeous energy in it. I am for everyone, no matter what you had done here. I'm not judgmental at all, says the sun. I'm shining for everyone. That's how beautiful this energy is. Let it be like the most ugly thing which is happening in the world and the most beautiful thing. The sun is shining for everyone, right? And we see it, that warmth, that vitality, that happiness, right? And that lack of judgmental attitude, it's just accepting everyone. That's how beautiful the sun is. Now let's see the reverse position of the sun, right? Let's have a look at it. What is that first sensation which you have when you look at the sun? Just register it right now in you. You can type it in your phone or in your journal, or you can just like register the thought inside you. Well, you can type it here in the comments. What is that first sensation which you have looking at it? So when I look at this card, I immediately sense that some kind of disbalance, and there is some issues with this child. Why it's looking here, it's so joyful. Here, I don't see already that joy. It feels like something is wrong here. There are some family problems clearly here. It's just, that's what I immediately sense. There is like, child is not taken care of. Clearly there are some family issues, okay? And then it's just creating that lack of sense of joy. And when we are not joyful, we are pessimistic, right? So that's what we see in here. And we go to those things naturally, right? So basically, this child is not taken care of. It's representing kind of like, hey, I'm not taken care of, I'm whining already. And the sun, for some reason, is here, everything is upside down. It's like unrealistic expectations, unrealistic like mapping of the world. What is happening here? It's just everything is disbalanced. Everything is chaotic. So do you see how naturally we go to those keywords of pessimism, family problems, unrealistic expectations? And it's just through walking ourselves through the imagery of this card. I don't need really to remember this stuff. All what I need to do is just to look at this card attentively. That's all what I have to do. And then this is the upright position. In the upright position, I immediately see the joyful child. It is so joyful. It is actually just like being onto that horse. Everything is flourishing naturally, right? So that joy, that optimism, that vitality, that's what it is all about here, right? And it is kind of like everywhere, everything is flourishing, augmenting, that sense of abundance, and there are no limits to that, just like there are no limits to the rays of the sun, right? And then we naturally go to those keywords of this card, you see, just by literally stepping into the imagery of the card, and we see here optimism, we see here joy, we see here abundance, we see here vitality. Do you see? So you don't need to really remember this stuff. You just need to feel it through the symbols of this card. And that's the beauty of it. That's how you start really naturally and intuitively connecting yourself to the cards, reading on this intuitive level. The tarot cards, they were not supposed to be memorized initially. And I explain it into my whole playlist, actually, which is devoted to each and every card. I walk you there. There is a playlist, Tarot Card Meanings, where you can find it here in my channel, where I walk you through each and every card in the deck, and we really start understanding that memorization is not required here. We naturally go to those keywords by reconnecting to the imagery of the card and then planting the seeds of those keywords within us. They kind of like start flourishing within our mind, like those those flowers, right? So we do it that way. And if we start understanding and touching the tarot cards from that perspective, going into the imagery of each card, then we truly reconnect with the deep esoteric meaning of those cards, and we truly can use them to start understanding the deep inner core of ourselves. Because guess what? All these keywords, they are expressions of the collective consciousness. We want to use tarot cards to really understand what's happening deep inwardly in us. So again, the imagery helps us, like the collective imagery helps us to arrive to those keywords naturally, just how I've shown it to you right now. But at the same time, there are so many powerful methods which you can use to start improving your life by using the tarot cards on a new level. For example, if I pull this card, the Sun, I can start really doing the following. First of all, what is that first sensation which I experience looking at that card? Is this sensation of wow, expansion, or is it a sensation of dryness? It might be, but that sensation when it's too dry, too hot. I remember there was a period of my life when I was feeling very unhappy, and I pulled that card and I was feeling like I'm somewhere in the desert. Really, it's too dry and it's too hot, and it's like, what is this? Why I feel that way? It's the sun. It should be joy. But when I look at it, I feel this. I feel that dryness. I feel that desert, even looking at it. So because I didn't see that happy child at that moment, all I've seen is that crazy sun, which was drying out absolutely everything around it. So what matters is which symbol do you see first and which kind of sensation it triggers in you. Then you can extract that mirror. What is in there in you, showing your state at this moment very, very clearly. Okay? I actually designed my cards as well, which are the replica of the Tarot Rider-Waite deck. This is the Rider-Waite, by the way. And that Rider-Waite deck, yeah, it's truly replicated in my deck as well. But what I'm showing is, I'm showing that it's just like that mirror effect. I wanted to show the mirror effect, right? It's not for the luxury perspective, it's the mirror replica, what these cards can do to you. So let's look at this card again. So this card, it really shows us like how we can work with ourselves, how we can work with ourselves at any moment. If we want to augment that sense of joy in us, we consciously, intentionally put that card in our environment, okay? And we consciously and intentionally start watching over that happy child, not just over the sun, but over the happy child, because the child, again, in the upright position, very important. Do not do it into the reverse, because it's creating that ugly state and chaotic state immediately into ours. We immediately perceive that image, something is chaotic. So you want to work with it that way. And then you watch the next thing over the sun, right? So the combination of both, that sense of vitality, joy, carefree attitude, and then the sun. And you start watching each and every ray. This child is like that continuation of that ray of the sun, okay? So you want also to work with this card together with the crystals. There is a beautiful sunstone, for example. Any kind of orangey or yellow stones would work together amazingly well with this card. I have this stone, for example, and I love working with it as well in Calmoura, especially on the full moon. We had just the full moon on the 12th this time. So this is a really, really beautiful Calmoura. This is, if you know this, you can type which is the crystal. I would love to understand who is here from perspective of knowledge of crystals. Well, I will not torture you much. This is the red opal, so fiery opal. So this is a really beautiful crystal, which is very concentrated on that joy, on that vitality, and working together with them can be a beautiful combination. Now, the card also spreads that energy of solar plexus chakra. So it is really good for that, meaning that if we want to augment our solar plexus chakra, we want to work with this card. Okay, and solar plexus is responsible for all our material realization in this world, for our career, for how we deal with this world, you know, for how we communicate in here in a healthy way. So, and for that abundance flow, right, that fair energy exchange of our skill set and what we kind of like receive for that impact which we give into this world. So this is a good card for that. And a really, really powerful thing here to do is to affirm in a healthy way that I am skillful. I am skillful. And I radiate my joy, my positivity, and my prosperity here. And if I require any kind of skill set to be developed here, I will find the way. Okay, and this is a powerful card to work with that sense within you, that sense of confidence. Do you see how confidently this child is riding the horse? It's really reflecting that sense of inner confidence within you, how you deal with the world. So just observe it, that sense of inner confidence within child. And if you want to develop it at any moment, please work with that card that way. You can also write down those affirmative statements like I am willing, and that willing is coming from solar plexus. I am willing to radiate that confidence within me, and I will find the way how to do it. This I will is a powerful phrase. I derived it from Bible, actually, from the Bible. This is a really powerful phrase, magical one, actually. I am and I will. If we create powerful affirmative statements through that phrase, there are no limitations to how much we can do in this life. In my guidebook for my deck, which I developed, I have even affirmative statements for each and every card. And for the sun, let's have a look for the sun specifically. Here it is. I see magic in everything, as I myself am made of stars. This is also a very, very good phrase, right? So very important to incorporate proper balanced affirmations when you work with your cards. Now, another way how you can work with this card, you can start asking yourself questions around that card and how you can imply it into your life. So for example, you can work with a tarot workbook. With any tarot workbook, there are different exercises there. So here, for example, as the workbook which I developed, you can work with anything else. And there is the question, what parts of yourself do you want to have illuminated? And what parts do you prefer to keep in the dark? So there is some shadow work which might have been required to be done during the moon work. And maybe something is still not finished, but you're still okay with that. And you want just to progress with something what is illumined. What is illumined? Okay? What is something that invigorates you and why? This is the card of understanding your passions. Okay? So we start discovering our passions through that card. After that card, judgment follows, the card of enlightenment, in fact. And there are many other questions actually regarding your career, your love life, and then the symbol which is reflected through that card for you. So what is that first symbol which you kind of like feel would be the best one for you for this card? For me, it's everything flourishing. And today just I have these rose, and I would really put that rose symbol here, honestly, because it's really creating that sense of vitality and flourishing within me. So yeah, your own symbol may be different. There are different symbols, different sigillas, right? If you know that meaning, those sigillas, they are very powerful. For me, it is like that rose for the sun. It's creating that powerful kind of like understanding of rose on the cross. There is a powerful rose on the cross meditation, and it can be used in combination with the sun card as well. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. This is a beautiful comment. Every time I'm appreciating whenever you are receiving this information, guys, and whenever someone is creating here beautiful comments. By the way, whenever we are going under the spell of this card, we are actually creating lots of beauty here. We are using our speech apparatus in a beautiful way. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it could be nice if everyone would write here, where are you from, so that we would understand who is from which part of the world, because it could be great to see which parts of the world today are illumined, you know. So if we are connected here today and under the umbrella of this card, the sun, would be nice to see where everyone is from here. Yeah, so by the way, you see here there is this powerful presence of sunflowers. And sunflowers, they are representing that symbol of abundance and the symbol of sun, the symbol of clarity. So anytime when you want to bring more clarity, more that resourcefulness within your life, right? That state of resourcefulness, seeing those solutions, opening those solutions, just like in these rose, those petals, you see, they are opening petal by petal. And why rose is so amazing, it has that really powerful sacred geometrical form, because it's like our whole cosmos is wired around that rose and the cross. By petal, it's opening every time. It's the resourceful state. It's reminding also opening of a lotus, right? And this is, by the way, this is the opening of the lotus mudra. This mudra is usually going with the heart chakra, but heart chakra is stemming from a very healthy foundation of a solar plexus chakra. And solar plexus chakra is governed by the sun card, okay? That's important to see it. Oh, someone is from Massachusetts. That's nice. Okay, I'm in Toronto, so at this moment there is lots and lots of snow here, but we are surviving in this period. Yeah, so again, this is the card of really coming very close to that enlightenment card. And the enlightenment card is a bit more mature card, it's the judgment card. So after the sun, we come to the judgment. But we need to encode ourselves properly with the sun. Sun, it's when we really shine brightly for absolutely every situation. We find solutions. For absolutely everyone who comes into our lives, we use beautiful words. I remember how I was in Thailand. Yeah, in Thailand. And I wanted to learn Thai language, and I went there, started like talking like 𝐋𝐄𝐆𝐀𝐋, you know, there's those things and everything. Like, this is a beautiful language, Thai language. And I remember the girl who was teaching me that language a bit, I still didn't learn it, too complex for me. But some phrases I've learned, and she said, Yulia, we never say ugly. There is no thing as ugly into our language. We speak not beautiful. And I was just like, wow, they don't have even that meaning of the word ugly. And we have it in the Western world, but they don't. And I was like, wow. And when you enter that country, Thailand, they say like, hey, we are the country of smiles. Like, it's so wonderful and it's so amazing. And you feel so beautiful in that shiny, sunny countries. Like, it's really beautiful, shiny place to be in there. So I just wanted to give that example for all of you here. How wonderful, how miraculous can be that sun if you kind of like go under the spell of the sun. It's just dissolving absolutely every problem into our life if we go under the mindset, which is really deeply portrayed by it. It's the mindset of all resources. It's the resourcefulness state. It's just like, you know, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Every time our problems in life, they are seeming to be like unresolved problems when we are locking ourselves in that circle, right? We are never here and now. We are here, but the solution is outside of that circle, always. So we need to step in the center and get out of it, from that center, from that circle, right? Because we are kind of like locked in here, and it's like that hamster circle, go, go, go. So no. And this will never bring us outside to that resourceful state. And this card actually is creating that resourceful state for us. How is that? So if you want that clarity, you want that resourcefulness within you, I strongly recommend you to start working with that card, again, through the tarot workbook, through your exercises there, through the second thing, when you just start really using the imagery of these beautiful child together with the sun. It's creating that inner beautiful conjunction of joy within you, and like take this card absolutely everywhere with you in your purse. It's a beautiful card. Just put it there. Hold it in a beautiful way, like kind of like it's a sacred card. Use it with your fiery opal or any other sunstone, a yellow or orange stone, which portrays and reflects those beautiful sun vital energies. You can also, again, use it with the different affirmative statements, how I taught you in this video. And on top of this, you can start combining this card together with other cards in the deck. I really, really love this combination of the Ace of Wands and the Sun. And this brings me lots and lots of energy. Why? Because Ace of Wands is a deep, like strong, raw energy. And if I combine that strong, raw energy, very active element of it, because this is minor arcana, together with the sun, it's just like, so it can be that you can use these two cards together with you. This is a really beautiful, powerful combo. So I hope that these videos served you well, and now you can see how just by using the codes of these wonderful card, you can really start improving your life for that wonderful resourceful state, which we all here require to really rise and shine and find solution for absolutely everything. How is that? If you have any questions, just type them here. I am here for you daily, so if you loved the reading, subscribe to my channel. I'm coming really daily for you here. I have a really wonderful playlist for you, which is called Tarot Card Meanings. And I explain every card meaning for you there in a fun, beautiful way when we connect to the card's keywords naturally through our intuition, through walking ourselves into the imagery of the card and not memorizing those damn keywords. Let me see if you have any questions, guys, here. All right, thank you, Kevin. It's very beautiful to see this. You are definitely under the spell of this card, because I see how beautifully you speak here. Whenever I see like those beautiful comments from people, they are definitely under these cards. So this is your card, just know about that. So I'm really happy for you. Thank you so much, everyone, and wishing you a lovely evening.